Welcome, everyone, to a special edition of The Script is Better. We thought, with everything that's going on in the world right now, we would hop on the bandwagon that has occurred with the movie Contagion. It is trending #1 on iTunes and #1 on Netflix, and neither John nor I have seen it. So now we have read the script written by Scott Z. Burns, and we're going to talk about it. How did you feel about the script, John?
The entire time of this discussion, I'm just going to be putting it into context with how things are happening in real life. And I mean, it's a movie, so this is the way it should feel, I guess. But it just felt like I was watching an action movie of what would actually happen if there was a virus. So like everything happened really fast, and it was heightened in certain ways that I was just like, oh, this is not at all what's happening in real life. So yeah, I don't think I enjoyed the story in general, but it was well written.
Very cool. I was like, oh man, this is like a
because you disagree with
documentary.
me?
Yeah.
You
like
always
a
say it's
documentary.
cool when you disagree.
It's good. Yeah. I started like looking stuff up afterwards just to be like, is this what actually happens? Like with countries competing to make the vaccine and that sort of thing. I wanted to know if that was like glorified in the script or if it's a real thing, and it is a real thing. So craziness. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was such a fast read too. I was like, this is real life. Oh my gosh.
I do not agree at all. I do agree that it was a fast read.
Yeah. I mean, like balance wise, it's very beautiful and that sort of thing. But I also enjoyed, just on like a little writerly note, that he put like his voice into the script. There was some like fun little lines of himself, but then it was never distracting
I'm not sure what you mean.
Much. Like on the first page, the Beth character is talking on the phone and he says, she purrs this last part, smiles at the response we never hear. And I was like, oh, that's cute. She purrs it, Like nobody says that.
Okay.
You just say like, she says this, or she said it softly, or blah, blah, blah. But using the word purrs just is something I've never seen in a script, and at least describing a human, and I thought it was very cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So you felt it was an action type version of what would happen if there was a virus outbreak, like currently?
Yes. I definitely felt that. I felt like it just seems like all drama, all tension, all action. And like, I just finished reading The Andromeda Strain, which was a novel by Michael Crichton about a virus. And in no way are they similar. And in no way was Andromeda Strain similar to what's happening right now with COVID-19. But it just was more thoughtful, more paced out. I couldn't help comparing those two either. I just thought that maybe that was... I mean, it was such a different story, so different from what's happening now. It was about a virus that no one knew about really, but the government. And so the government was trying to keep it contained and trying to study it without anybody finding out. So it was completely different, but I just thought it was more thoughtful and better than this.
Okay.
Like I felt like this glossed over a lot of important things. Like it was more about the results of the virus, like the deaths and who it is spreading to, who the virus is spreading to, than about the actual virus itself. Then like, what is the makeup of the virus? They went into some backstory about that, but it was very simple, paint by number colors kind of thing. It was not very in depth or not really trying to understand the virus. Like it was like they spent a lot of the story trying to get to where did the virus come from?
Yeah.
Where I feel like in real life, we know where the virus came from and it didn't help us at all. Like we know where COVID-19 came from, but that, for one thing, what isn't really important and is in no way helping us solve COVID-19 scare. And yet the movie was really focused on trying to get that information like it was important, and it wasn't important.
It's important in terms of a vaccine, though. So I think that's why people need it. Right?
Was it important in terms of vaccine? I don't.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, to like stop something, you need to know where it came from to like find its like weaknesses and how it changes. Like, because a virus has a DNA. So if they can find what the virus's DNA is and how that DNA kind of came to be from its birth from a pig in a bath or whatever.
Sure. Okay. So in a similar vein, they're saying that it's going to take 4 months, or they have 4 months later, they have a vaccine to it in the movie. Where in real life, we're saying like 12 to 18 months if we want to actually have an actual vaccine or like doing testing on humans.
Yeah.
So that was very unrealistic.
Also, in the movie, though, there was somebody like to speed that up, there was somebody who was like self-sacrificing. There was that person who just like gave themselves the vaccine after like one monkey had been successful with it. And they were like, well, this is how this person in history got this vaccine, so I'm just going to do it.
Sure.
And it worked
Sure.
out.
Yeah.
But like in
See,
real
I
life,
just
I
think
don't
like
know.
in real life that wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Just little things like that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm being down on this movie. Secret Service moving the president underground. That happened really fast. Yeah. Nurses going on strike. Like that's. I mean, I can definitely see that happening, but it's definitely the opposite of what's happening in real life. But I guess this virus in the movie was more deadly.
Yeah, it's killing like everyone it touches.
Yeah, exactly.
Except
so
for
that would be that's just
except for
different.
Beth's husband, apparently.
Yes, and a few others. I think Beth's husband is just the one we follow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.